Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about Superman on film and television and live action, all his portrayals that have been done by actors throughout the years, and let us begin. The very first actor to portray Superman on the big screen was Kirk Allen in 1948 in the 15-chapter movie serial, and he is not as quite talked about as much as like Christopher Reeve or some of the more current Superman are. But I think most people are aware, well, maybe the older generation are aware that he is one of the first Superman. In 1951, George Reeves took on the mantle of Superman, and he was actually the one that was more well known. He started off in a film called Superman and the Mole Men, which was followed by a 6-season TV series called The Adventures of Superman, which George Reeves starred all the way through. And it started off in black and white, and it ended off in color. So I guess George Reeves is the most popular one, and he's the one with the most biggest deaths in Hollywood history, where his death has went unsolved. No one knows how he really died. Was he murdered or was he suicide? Nobody really knows. So there's a really good movie about George Reeves, by the way, where Ben Affleck plays him. So it's funny because Ben Affleck now sort of played Superman and now he's Batman. In 1978, Christopher Reeve took on the mantle of Superman in 4 films. It was Superman in 1978, Superman 2 in 1981, Superman 3 in 1983, and Superman 4: The Quest for Peace in 1987. Christopher Reeve is still remembered today as one of the all-time greatest portrayals of Superman. From 1988 to 1992, there was a 4-season TV series of Superboy, where John Newton played in 1 season the character, and Gerard Christopher played the character in the last 3 seasons. I actually don't know much about this Superman or Superboy show, so I don't have much to comment on it. From 1993 to 1997, Dean Cain took on the role of Superman in the TV series Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman, which lasted, of course, 4 seasons. His show was a little bit more campy, and it was kind of a romantic comedy, so to speak. In 2001 to 2011, Smallville was here, and this would actually take Superman out of the suit in places where the character has never been before, allowing us to finally see Superman growing what he did before he became Superman. The show was obviously about younger characters and how they became that. Same thing with some of their villains, specifically Lex Luthor. And we would finally see Superman, or Clark, finally in the suit in the season finale. Okay, not really, they kind of cheated us there, but yeah, okay, we can't forgive them for that. Sometime between Smallville season 5 and 6, there was a Superman movie called Superman Returns, which starred Brendan Routh in the main role. This movie was actually set after Superman 1 and 2. It took place like 9 years after Superman had left Earth because he found out Krypton might have still been around. He went out looking for, to see if any Kryptonians had survived, and unfortunately nothing. He realized he was still alone in this universe. I really appreciate this movie a lot. I have a fond, I really enjoyed it on a personal level, and I think it's a really underrated film. I think it should get a little bit more love than it deserves, and personally I think it's a better ending to the first 2 Superman movies than Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. So if you want to go an alternate route, after Superman 1 and 2, just watch Superman Returns. It's a much better suitable ending. In 2013, the Superman franchise was rebooted once again to start an all-new DC cinematic universe to rival Marvel's cinematic universe with the whole Avengers thing. And Henry Cavill was cast as Superman, a more darker, edgier Superman, still with a little bit of hope, but he is in the early stages of his career, and I think we should all wait for him to return in Justice League to see if that hope and optimism will finally be back in this character. Finally, Tyler Hoechlin is going to be playing the newest Superman on television in the TV series Supergirl, where he'll be teaming up for an episode or a couple of episodes, hopefully this season. And we haven't seen his portrayal yet, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's got. So with all that being said, guys, those are all the Superman actors throughout the ages, and I'm really excited to see Tyler's performance tonight on Supergirl, which airs tonight, so check that out. Hopefully it's cool. I'm gonna do an episode review of the first episode of Supergirl, just because Superman is in it, and I'm super excited to see what they do with that character. So until next time, guys, like this video, subscribe to my channel, check me out on Twitter and Facebook, and until next time, take care.